Hello, everyone, and welcome once again to the Husky Bible podcast. This is your Husky Bible Ariel. Hoping that all is well on your side of the world, life, whatever. I'm alive. Well, that's all I can say. This time I'm going to be doing this one solo since my partner in crime could not make it for things against his will. And I haven't done this in a while, a solo podcast. Yay. So, well, this guarantees this is going to be a short one because I tend not to talk too much garbage. Not more than it's needed anyway. So I hope you guys been enjoying the last few podcasts with me finding someone that can shoot the breeze. And hoping that my stupid, useless pop culture knowledge of whatever helps you enjoy a few minutes of the day, refreshing yourself in terms of I don't know, some sort of entertainment, which I guess is what I'm trying to provide in this thing, not necessarily educate, because what is there to educate now? Educating ourselves into what? Imbecility? I'm sorry. I feel like these few days with the things that have going on in the world right now, it's like every day I just see the divide of this nation, the more and more and more, and I'm not picking sides, and I'm not saying one side is more righteous than the other or whatever. I'm a live and let live kind of guy. I don't impose my views on people. I do have my personal views, but in these days, it's better to keep your fucking mouth shut and not say much. Not because I'm afraid of repercussions. It's because who cares what I think? Who cares what I believe in? What matters is that I treat you with respect and you treat me with respect. There was once upon a time, I remember there was a time that we could disagree and yet still treat each other with respect and treat each other with kindness and have civil discussions about everything. And we could agree to disagree, but we treated each other with respect. Now, if we don't agree on every single little detail, then you're an asshole and your side is a piece of shit and I'm the nice side. And either side doesn't do themselves any favors by going this route, because guess what? We still have to deal with each other. We still have to live with each other. We have to learn to coexist. We have to learn to coexist and not demand the other side to be like me. I'm not demanding anybody to be like me. I'm me. And you are who you are. I am who I am. And I don't impose my views and my sentiments on anybody. And I hope that that is the case with the other side, whatever side that may be. Because I'm damn tired of living in a country that now, if you have a voice and you express yourself, it's pretty much like saying, well, might as well unalive yourself, end yourself, because now it's suicide. And finding shit to complain about. We just find things to complain about and bury each other just because we have a difference of opinion. Like, I really, honestly don't give a fuck about what your ideologies are, because I'm dealing with the person, not the ideology. The ideologies is the things that you are interested in and that you like, that you believe in. Fine. Okay. Whatever. I deal with a human being. I don't deal with their ideologies. The ideologies do not define you. You define who you are, who yourself, because there are things inside of you that are beyond those stupid ideologies. It's like, are you cool or not? That's it. Like, there was a time that we could coexist, and there wasn't calling this side one thing or the other side another. We could learn to coexist. Now it's like, if you're not with me, you're against me. Well, fuck that. I'm not that type of person. I'm not that type of person. And I'm not saying I'm better than anybody or I'm more that I'm like the most qualified person to talk about these things. I'm not. I'm an introvert. I you see me in public, I barely utter words or I barely go out because I like to be by myself, all by myself, alone all the time, basically. And and the less human interaction, the better in my life. But that doesn't mean because I hate people. It's because, Jesus, we have become like each side, and this applies to every side, not just one side. This applies to both sides. And when I say we, I mean both again. We have become that which we hate. If you're trying to proselytize something and force it down people's throat forcibly, and if you don't want people, and if people don't agree with you, you are ready to condemn them, to send them to hell, or to call them a whatever the hell names that they say now. Like, man, wasn't there a time that you could just accept a person as is and that's it? We gotta learn to be more civil with each other. And quite frankly, I'm done with all this blaming games with one side or the other. This is supposed to be like a free country where you can express yourself without any fear or repercussion, but one side seems to be taking more of the benefits than the other. And this should be across the aisle. Everybody has an equal right to say whatever the heck they want without any repercussions, as long as there is no hate, as long as they're not insulting. And I get there's a lot of that going on, but man, I don't know. I just want to seek peace and learn to be peaceful. I don't teach my daughter hatred towards people that have an opinion against what she knows and what she believes in. I teach her to learn to love these people for what they are. Don't call them out on their stuff, because that's between them and God. And let them be. Like, if you don't like things about them, just pray for them. Don't correct them. Don't talk to them about it, because people don't tend to not like to be corrected, especially when they didn't ask if they wanted to be corrected or not. You know, that's like getting into their lives and whatnot. I don't do that. Like, if you want to have a discussion about certain things, like spiritual stuff, okay, we can do that. I guess we can do that, but you have to ask for it. I'm not going to force you into a situation where you feel uncomfortable. I'm not going to ask you to be something that you're not. If you want to discuss things civility, with decency and respect, we can do that. But if you don't want to do that, then we got nothing to say. Man, I'm telling you, a lot of intolerance I'm seeing right now. A whole lot of intolerance. Like, if you don't agree with me, then you can unfollow me. What the fuck? Like, I get that you don't want to talk with people that, like, because I get that there are assholes there that they just want to push buttons and make you feel like shit, and I'm not for that on either side. But I just, again, I'm speaking in riddles here and talking, or repeating myself rather. I just want to see that, like, there was a time that I remember that you can see the value on the other side and see, like, yeah, I don't agree with you 100% and everything, but we can, reach out to each other and see what we can come up with together and on helping the cause, which is creating a future for everyone. But one side is focusing too much on the most minute things, and the other one is concentrated on being assholes and trying to name calling. Like that, we're not going to go anywhere, and this country is going to be divided very soon, if it isn't already. And I just wish that things were different from that type of action, because that to me is not conducive to good discussion, to growth. But then again, I don't think that's even the purpose anymore. I think now it's more like glorified dick measuring contest to see who is right and who's wrong, and proving everybody wrong and proving this side wrong, and I'm the only one that's right. That which is, in my opinion, very how should I say it? Very like you're very full of yourself if you think that you know everything and that your opinion is the only one that matters. Like, we all have opinions, man. We all have things to say. We all have points of view which we can deal with, and I can respect the points of view. I can respect the decisions that people can make about their lives regarding X, Y, or Z, because that's what they lived with, and they live with the consequences of their actions. Like, I live with the consequences of my actions. All of us do. Sometimes we don't like to be reminded about that for every action there's a reaction. And like I was telling the people in the church I was going to, like, the word sin, I know I've said this before in the podcast, but I'll say it again, is not a religious word. We give it a religious connotation, but it's not a religious word. It's actually a term taken from archery in the Greeks. It's a Greek word, sin. It was taken from the archery. When an archer missed the mark, missed the bullseye, he said, I sinned, because he missed the bullseye. So basically, sinning means you fucked up. And guess what? On that respect, we are all guilty. Because what is fucking up? You intended to do something right. You had the best of intentions to do something, and then it just blows right on your face. With the best of intentions, then you get a bad result. That is humanity 101. That's everybody. That's everybody in this planet has done that. So why do I mention this word sin? Because in that respect, in that definition that I just gave you, we are all sinners. We are all fuck ups. We are all missing the mark. So why do we treat each other like shit just for fucking up? Yes, there's some fuck ups that are more spectacular than others. There's some people that go out in a blaze of glory. There's some that are more subtle, and then there are the ones that you don't know about. But like that infamous philosophical question: if a tree falls in the forest and nobody was there to listen, does it make it sound? Yes, it does, because although you didn't listen to it, but logic tells you it does. So, like, we all bear things that we bury deep inside of us, horrible secrets, horrible things that we don't want to share with everybody, but we know. And in my philosophy, in my belief system, God knows what we've done. And without getting too religious, you need to forgive yourself. You need, if all the sums of all the fuck ups you've done in life, whether they're intentional or unintentional, and yes, when you say, well, you just explained it's missing the mark. Well, some people practice sin as a sport, and they consider fucking up like, well, for example, I don't mean to get religious or anything, but if you are one of these people that just want to get drunk all the time, guess what? That is a participating, willing fuck up, because getting drunk is detrimental to your health, both long and short term. How short term? Well, if you're drunk and driving, guess what's going to happen? You will probably be in an accident, and that will either cause your death or someone else's death. And the long-term consequences of being drunk, well, your livers go to shits. You might kill yourself on the long run and end up shortening your life because you just love to drink. So, yeah, those are consequences, repercussions, because if we were just made to be drinking all the time, then we would be like Captain America or Wolverine that can't get a buzz because their metabolism just kills that shit right away. So I had to insert the comic book shit there. I'm sorry. anyway, we have to be better with ourselves and others. And once again, I apologize for religiousizing somewhat the podcast, but I am of the faith part, and I am going through some sort of a renaissance in my faith after being the pottiest of potty mouths, which I still kind of am, but as you notice, I'm trying to reduce the F-bombs on my end because I'm more conscious about trying to be a better person, not religious. Believe me, I've done my fair share of religious BS and bullshit. Yeah, see, I just said there, bullshit. I've done my fair share of bullshit, and my life. Oh, Jesus Christ! Oh my God! And I'm really done with religion. And I've said this before. I've tried to run away from the God thing multiple times. Like I've tried. I even dabbed a little bit into atheism or agnosticism, whatever you want to call it. But this hound from heaven, like a certain poet said, I don't know who did, I don't know, just keeps chasing me. And I can't run away from him. I can't. As far as much as I may try, I can't run away from him. That doesn't apply to everyone. I understand that. But in my particular case, like I've said before, I'm a shitter Christian and I'm even a shitter sinner. So I can't do either. But alas, I insist. And because I can't see no other option, there is no plan B for me. There is no other option other than maintain myself into God's hands. And because I've tried it all on my end, on my strength, on my merit, and it doesn't work. That may not be the case for you, but that is the case for me. So, yeah, I'm sticking with God then, because I got no other choice. And I wish that people would try that or find their way. People need to find their own way and find whatever brings peace to their heart, whatever brings peace of mind. Like you gotta let go of shit. If you keep on holding on to hate and manifesting that, like that ugly stuff that you want to keep holding on to, that thing is going to eat you up alive and going to kill you in one way or another. Maybe not in the short term, but in the long run. Oh my God, that's going to do horrors to you. It's going to make you a cunt of a person, of a human being. It's going to make you an evil piece of shit. Because you're just going to be filled with hate in your heart because you just want revenge for what they did to you or whatever life did to you, whatever happened to you. And you just have to let go. You got to let go. You got to let go of all that crap inside of you and learn to forgive yourself, forgive the person that did it, not because they're good, not because they deserve it. It's because of your own sake. Because if you keep holding on to that shit, it's going to destroy you. Believe me, I know about this. I know about this. It's one of the reasons I try, and I make emphasis on this word, I try not to hold grudges towards anyone. Because I saw firsthand experience of people, once they hold on to the grudge, it destroys them from the inside out. To the point that they're no longer here. All because holding a grudge. Man, holding a grudge ain't that good. Like, you were done unjustly, you were done wrong. Welcome to the fucking club where 7 billion of us were done wrong. Welcome to the goddamn fucking club. Cry me a goddamn river. Suck it up and continue, because guess what? Life is all about being the shits. But you got to survive. You got to continue. Go on. You got to make this thing be worth for you and for those around you. You're just going to quit because life is hard? Well, bullshit. Well, boo fucking who? If life is hard, you be tougher than life. If life sucks, you tell life to go suck itself back. Grab some fucking life by the horns. Make it do your fucking will and go on. Fight for your fucking life. It's your life. Nobody's going to live it for you. It's your fucking life. Go fucking live it. Live it. But live it in a way that it doesn't hurt anyone. It doesn't bother anyone. It doesn't bother yourself. You have to better yourself. Learn to live peace with yourself. Then you might actually enjoy it. Well, it's easy for you to say you've never been through shit. You don't know what the shit I've been through. You don't know the things that I've survived. I maybe not gone through shit worse than some other human beings on this planet. For sure I haven't. But I have survived my fair share of shit. I have. But I don't hold no grudge to nobody. I don't hold them accountable for shit that happened to me. It happened. I accept it. I made my peace with it. And guess what? Moving on. Why? I got a family to think about. I got a future to build up for them. I got a future to build up for myself, for my life. And the most important thing is to keep peace of mind, in peace of my heart, and peace in my soul. And in the terms of the soul part, I found it through my faith in Christ. That's me, again, not forcing an agenda, not forcing an ideology. You do you. You got to find your own way. I pray that you do. I pray that anybody that's listening does find their way. And do not conform to this bullshit world where we're just finding our enemies among ourselves. Continue this. There's nothing going to be left. Gotta learn to coexist with each other. We're not going to agree with everything. I'm not going to make you see my way. And you're not going to make me see your way. Fine. But let's coexist with each other and live with each other and respect each other to the point that we don't have to be assholes to each other. Just like, okay, man, I understand. You don't want to see it this way. I understand. Fine. But I don't wish you any harm. I don't wish you any ill will. I don't wish you to have any bad things to happen to you or the loved ones near you just because we disagree. That is such fucking petty bullshit. Because I believe in this and you don't believe in that. Fuck all of that shit. Like, let's love each other. Let's treat each other with respect, for God's sake. The rest of it will take care of itself. Let's get on with our fucking lives and not be so fucking resentful and hateful to one another. I'm so goddamn fucking tired of all this. On both sides, not one side. I don't think that one side is more virtuous than the other. Well, both sides are full of shit in some degree. What both sides are you talking about? Oh, you fucking live in this planet and you fucking live in this country. You figure it out. Be smart, god damn it. Well, this turned out to be a fucking rant. Anyway. huskybarboo.com, our website, the teepublic store. I will keep continuing putting the links in the description where you can go and buy not just t-shirts, sweaters, vests, stickers, even wall art of the podcast or whatever art stuff that I created there. Keep on buying shit so the store can actually pay me more and actually start earning out of what I actually know how to do, which is art, which is the thing that I wish I lived off of. Anyway, this has been the Husky Bible Podcast. This is Ariel Duran, and hoping that everybody is well. Take care. Bye.